Pre-production is a critical part of preparation for any project. How do you know if you've prepared enough for a production? In some ways, you won't know until you've actually completed the production, but with the right amount of prep, you'll be as ready as possible and even have a few plan Bs in place. Pre-production can be simplified into two basic categories: budget and story.
Why is it so important to start the pre-production with budgeting? The old adage of time is money is unfortunately true. Even in situations where talent and crew elect to join your passion project for free or at a discounted rate, there's almost always costs involved, and it's important to understand and prepare for as many of them as possible. As up-and-coming filmmakers, it's easy to think that having a bigger budget will solve all of your problems, but even the most expensive productions have to make monetary compromises. A tight budget doesn't and shouldn't be viewed as a restrictive impasse, but a creative constraint. For our film Grounded, we set a modest budget of $5,000. Now this may seem like a lot, but it's amazing how fast it goes. Here's a breakdown for how the money was allocated. For our shoot, 75% of the budget was spent on people, and that number just seems right to us. We were able to allocate the majority of the budget right into the people that would help the best story be told. A great bonus of working with talent represented by an agency is that they've typically done a fair amount of work. They're professional and take the project seriously. Each of our cast and crew members showed up on time, came prepared, and were able to quickly fulfill on the direction of the story. Plus, because the cast and crew were so efficient, it also saved us money on having to pay for multiple days at locations. There are several ways to approach location scouting for your project. Location scouting can take a long time, so it's great to lean on your network. Once you've decided the key looks you want within your location, put feelers out on social and post a handful of reference images. You'd be surprised how many friends of a friend have the perfect location for you. During our pre-production, we had a chance to catch up with Devin Graham and dive deep into location scouting. Devin is a pro at location scouting for film. In many ways, his locations become characters in his stories. In order to capture the essence of a great location, like our outdoor location in Bryce Canyon, Utah, for capturing the Milky Way, Devin had a few great tips. Use wide-angle lenses. If you have a great location, show it off. Help your audience feel like they're right there with you. Typically, a 16 to 35mm lens is great because it gives you a lot of versatility while remaining wide. Don't forget about sound. Sometimes you may find the perfect location, except it's next to a noisy street. If possible, go to the location at the same time of day you plan on shooting and listen for what you should be prepared for. Think about the sun. Competing with the sun on a budget is almost impossible, but working with the sun will elevate your production immensely. Best of all, it can be done on a budget using a simple bounce board or a diffusion filter. Devin was also real about the fact that often the perfect location isn't always possible, but that set dressing and art direction can go a long way. See if you have a local prop house or theater that rents out props or wardrobe. Secondhand stores are also great for finding deals for various items for your set. You can also go with the most budget-friendly route of all and shop your home, or go DIY and create the items you need, both of which we did for Grounded. We recently caught up with Drew Williams, the DP for our project, to discuss how he prepared for production by building out a thorough shot list.
Detailed shot list is everything, right? Like, I won't do a short or a film or anything or work on anything unless I do have a detailed shot list, because it's your cheat sheet. It's all the work you've put in before. It's all the brain power that you can set at the desk and do here. You don't have to apply that on set. You apply that brain power somewhere else visually, right?
There's so much to consider during pre-production for any project, but especially for narrative work. Be sure to get your budget unlocked early so you know what you're working with, and then put all of your focus on wisely stretching that budget to tell the best story possible through your talent, locations, and of course, your gear. And that's where we'll pick up next time. We'll see you then.
If you have an incredible location, use wide-angle lenses or wider lenses to show how incredible and make people feel like they're right there, a part of it.
The detailed shot list is everything. It kept us on time. All I had to do is look at that scene, and then we could go right into it. There was no questions asked.